morning! Monday morning, in fact, and time for our now traditional inspection of the policies. To the polytunnel.
With the daily updates you can't make up, it's the Black Isle Correspondent. She lives in Fort Rose and tells us what goes on. If your isolation causes desperation, try the Black Isle Correspondent. If you're feeling grumpy, you'll find some company here.
Alright, 4 tomato plants inserted in the back of the polytunnel under cover of darkness, I would presume. The devil's vegetable indeed. Don't come at me, I know that they're lovely in sauces and I enjoy them as such, but it's the slimy raw texture. I can't handle it, nah. Just can't go it. I mean, I'll probably try them. If these tomato plants come to something, you've got to have a go, haven't you? But I wouldn't expect any sort of tomato epiphany. I would hope that would happen, but it seems unlikely after so many years, a committed lifetime in fact, of not liking them. The snowball neeps. What a showing. They're tiny wee neeps, the size of a snowball. That's how they get their name. Every day's a school day. Dad doesn't even like neeps, but there he is planting a whole row of snowballs. Imagine the sense of satisfaction and achievement when they actually come out of the ground in a lovely turnip harvest. Here he is now.
Yeah, quite impressive, the neeps, eh?
You don't actually like neeps?
Don't particularly like them. I'll force myself to eat these, my babies.
That's nature for you. Dad's chilly.
I planted 12, one turned out.
It seems to be thriving, Dad.
Yeah, it's doing fine.
There's still absolutely hee-haw to report in terms of the courgette plants.
But the lady who suggested to your mother to grow sunflowers, we planted 6 and so far 5 are out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've now got 4 dwarf haricot beans coming through. Amazing! The coriander's really quite old news by now because it's been sprouting for weeks, but it's really starting to look like proper coriander. If you're in North America, that's cilantro.
Yes. There used to be an actress called Diane Cilento. She was married to Sean Connery.
Was that actually her name? Is this a really excellent joke?
No, it's true. 1960s.
Dan Cilento.
Diane, yes.
So that's the crack in the polytunnel. Looking pretty good, eh? Tell you what though, it's far too hot in here for a puffer jacket and a cup of tea. So let's go and have a look outside. The weather over the weekend was pretty rough here in the Black Isle. We had howling gales and pouring rain and all sorts of really wintry stuff going on. All that weather caused a load of leaves from these trees to fall onto the newly cultivated plot at the back of the garden. Maybe that will become some sort of mulch, a little bit of, what do they call that? Fertiliser or something, a wee bit compost. What it's doing in the short term is making it very difficult to identify what is coming out of the ground and what has fallen onto the ground. And you already know that was not my strong suit. Let's have a look. In amongst all of that detritus, an actual tatty plant is coming through. Yes, queen. And there's another one. Winning at horticulture. I think it's going to be a really nice growing summer. Very exciting indeed. And finally, remember they used to do that on the news? They'd put a wee happy ending story at the end of the bulletin. Mind you, I suppose this whole episode has been a good news story. Well, anyway, know how I love getting post? Well, on Saturday I got 2 absolutely delicious pieces of pottery in the post, courtesy of Stef Baxter, who's a wonderful potter based in Glasgow. Visit stefbaxterpottery.com. It's Stef with an F. I'll try and put it down here. Hope that's worked, depends on my iMovie skills. Have a look at his pottery, he'll make something bespoke for you and ship it out to you. You couldn't ask for better service. Thanks very much, Stef, what a delight. I look forward to putting a homegrown salad in one of these someday soon. Not tomatoes though, but maybe they could go in the small pot all by themselves. God, it's all tying together beautifully.